guess they're not interested in kicking it away. They're lining up for an onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball.
Great job there by the receiving team, right? You got your opponent here on the road. You're not caught off guard on the opening kick of the game. You're able to fall on it, and now your offense has the ball in great field position. You have got to make them pay for that gamble.
Looking to throw, it's Underwood. Quick strike complete. At the 35, he's loose. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21. The Red Wolves moving quickly to the line. Quarterback running on the draw. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
They'll move the wide receiver. Give to the back. Picked up maybe a yard. It's down at the 16. Lining up to convert third down. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Fights off a defender. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's fourth down.
And as an offense, you've got an unconventional call. You're trying to get your receiver the ball using pre-snap motion, but you've got to do a better job up front blocking. Couldn't get it done, and now it sets up fourth down.
This offense wants to get out of the gate fast on their first drive of the game, plus territory. They'll go for it on fourth down. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to convert on fourth down, but couldn't do it.
And listen, I have no problem being aggressive on fourth down, but the consequences of that, now you got to have your defense go bail you out. So you started the game trying to be aggressive. Well, defense, you got to get my back now.
Release to the back. Caught near the sticks. It's Chang. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing. Lining up from the 34 on first down. They'll run it from the gun. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. He's at the 10, and he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Tigers! Two-point conversion attempt is on the way. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
Well, head coach obviously decided it was best to go for 2 points right there. They didn't get it, and you just wonder if chasing the points is going to hurt this team later in the game.
Straight ahead from inside his 25. Find some fresh air. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Setting up for the extra point that would put them on top. And the extra point puts them on top by one. They're probably still a little winded after that one. 79 yards, he took it back to the house. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. They'll get this drive started from the 29. Looking for a crease. It's Chang. Got the first down and still on his feet. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you've got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
Right back to the well. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice gain before the defense is able to stop him.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Tigers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Now the play fake. Fires to the big fella. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. Wants to adjust the pattern. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the 2nd quarter. First play of the period, first down here. Off the play fake on first down, to throw. He's got it on the run. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal.
And a really good job focusing on the catch. A lot of people get lost on their feet and trying to stay in bounds, but did a good job catching the football first and then getting that 1 foot they needed in bounds.
Caught in the backfield, it's Bennett. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to throw, it's Underwood. Snagged out of the air. Touchdown LSU! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
And the defense has to be able to do a better job on the back end, tackling this receiver and keeping him out of the end zone.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they capped things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. Looking for an alley from inside his own 20. They put the brakes on him, but a good return out to the 36. They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Finds a little space. They'll get it to the 48, no need to measure. It's a first down.
These touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off of it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut or I can throw it and they just spread me out and make me defend so many things, and you could tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big first down.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Wide receiver going in motion. To the air on first down. It's complete to the left. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Leaves it with the back. Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
And the Red Wolves will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking for a man. It's Underwood. Moves around to clear up the vision. Blasted as he lets it go. Got his man on the right. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11. Now down to the 12-yard line. It's first down. The give to the tailback. Bust through behind his pad.
Defensively, with all the space now and spread football, there's so many opportunities where it's one-on-one tackling, and it's really hard to do. It's hard to get guys to the ground that are so talented. That's why defenses have to swarm to the football, get multiple guys there. That's your best chance to not have broken tackles.
Rides to the back. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll try to run for it. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Arkansas State.
They pound the ball in for the touchdown, and you've got to like this offense. Finishing the first half really strong and a chance to take the lead in this football game.
The defense calls the timeout. Their second of the day as they try to get their act together. Extra point here will give them the lead. And the extra point gives them the lead at 14-13. They took it 64 yards right down the field. And closed the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Wants to throw. It's Underwood. Under fire. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He was trying to get that return going. Instead, he'll hand it to his offense at the 38.
It's so nice to see defenders squeeze that pigskin. A lot of times, in great position, you see them there to make the play, but there's a reason they play defense. Not this time. Great job securing the interception.
Quick pass on the jet motion. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. The Red Wolves want to move quickly. Back to throw, time running short in the half. He's taking the shot. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, you make big plays for your quarterback in the game. You catch a touchdown pass, he's going to look your way again, often, downfield like they did right there, but give the defense credit, forcing an incompletion.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Pulls it in. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. The offense will quickly use a timeout. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Scanning the field, it's Underwood. Pressure coming. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit, and I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the first half. Get the ball back right now, lining up for an onside kick to start the second half. They were ready for the onside kick and executed, and that's a live ball. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. And the Red Wolves will hustle to the line. Quick completion to the right.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
Motion from the wideout. They'll try to power their way ahead. And he needed 1 yard, and he didn't get it. The defense won the battle up front.
Well, the defense got the stop there on 3rd and 1. Let's see if they can do it again here on 4th and inches there.
I just got to find a way to fall forward, be physical. We've worked on this all week. You know you're going for it on 4th down.
They'll run for it. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
I like it. This defense plays aggressive on 4th and short, and they are rewarded. Figured they would run the football. They did. Nice job getting some penetration and stopping that 4th down play.
Finds his tight end. Some really tough running there. Gets him to the 45-yard line. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
Well, they pick up the first down there on the screen. I love the offensive line there, allowing the pass rush to get way up the field. They completely baited their guys, made them think that they got beaten, that they were going to get the sack, and then they sneak the running back screen right in behind them and pick up the first.
The defenses are terrified of giving up that big play. I like the offense taking a shot down the field, showing the defense like, listen, hey, you're going to have to guard this. You better start being worried about the deep ball. Now maybe I can take some shots underneath, and it might loosen that secondary up a bit.
And the Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Might be calling a hot route. Looking to scramble. Trying to find his man in the middle. Touchdown, Tigers! And that one will give him the lead. Looking for the 2-point try. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking to throw, it's Underwood. Sweet grab in the end zone for the 2. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 25. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. this drive comes from the 27. Sends it back in motion. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Here comes the heat. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
Man, momentum is a real thing in college football, and you're seeing it shift here in the 3rd quarter. The defense just forced a 3-and-out. Their offense scored a touchdown the last time out. We've got a close game, but all of the momentum is squarely now on their side.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Flushed out of the pocket. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Running back searching for a hole. Knocked down after a gain of 1 to the 27. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory.
Arkansas State, 14.
So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Quarterback on the keeper. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
And that is big time. Late in the game that you can trust your quarterback to still throw the football because you know it's only a few more first downs, and this one's over. Nice to have a guy like that you can trust.
He cannot get it in, a mere inches away from pay dirt.
When you play the option and you play this responsibility football, sometimes your eyes can get lost. They didn't on that play. Nice job honing in, getting in there quickly, getting the quarterback to the ground.
They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. The line of scrimmage, the 2, and these final 2 yards might be the toughest here on 3rd down. Good quickness to grab it off the deflection. Touchdown LSU! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. They'll try to follow that last touchdown with an onside kick. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
So the first play of the drive will come from the 43. Back to pass, it's Underwood. Now adjusting. He wants a big play here late. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
Got to give this defense a lot of credit because even down to the last seconds of this football game, we're seeing outstanding effort. QB taking a shot down the middle of the field. There's a defender swatting it away. They have had this quarterback's number all game long, and that's why they're winning this game.
And now such a tough situation. Late in this game, you're trailing, but now it's 4th and long. Like, it's one thing if it's 4th and short. This makes it even more difficult. You got to have something dialed up you feel really great about.
On 4th down, going to the air. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
And that just about does it. That about puts this thing to bed. The offense, listen, they had to go for it, but now defense, this is the situation where you say, I'm just going to eat clock, up by several possessions, eat clock, get out of here.
And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. Returns it inside the 30 to the 29, and after the interception, they'll try to cash it in with a score. Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air, looking to the big tight end. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one. To the air, it's Underwood. Throwing right, and the timing just a hair off.
It's been tough for this QB in this one. Very small windows to throw into, and he's been under some duress as well. It's hard to find a rhythm as a QB in those types of situations, and that's why it appears as though his team's going to be leaving here with it now.
Here's the pressure. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
This defense right now is pinning their ears back with a huge lead in the 4th quarter, and you're seeing that coming off the edge. They're not even respecting run because they don't have to. They know.
A shot toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it, but you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing.
Intercepted to stop the threat. Takes it the other way. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
And that's a really good job by the defense.
opening kickoff. Coming out with it, it's Fields. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Looking downfield, it's Underwood. He's got him.
And frankly, if that's a completion, it's not going to make the end-of-season highlight reel. But in this game, it could lead to a highlight reel type play. The offensive coordinator may be setting something big up for later in the game.
The Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. On the move, it's Chang. Gets it out to the 25-yard line, a gain of 3.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
The Tigers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line.
Every offensive coordinator in the country, they come in the game, they have a script. They have a couple plays they want to go through to get their team settled in, get down and get in good 3rd down situations, execute on 3rd down. Nice start on this opening drive by the offense.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking to throw on 1st down. Throws to the tight end. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Trying to take it back. After making the interception, he took it all the way back and sets up his offense at the 17-yard line.
Job number 1 for a defense is to create negative plays, to create turnovers. How about this? Opening drive of the football game, getting the big turnover, setting your offense up in great position, and building some mojo. This defense, that is a picture-perfect start.
Great place to start for this offense. The give from the gun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. The pull and throw off the RPO. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can pick up the first without scoring. Rides to back and leaves it. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down. And the Blue Hens are in the hurry-up. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. They're going to run it. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Delaware. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Gives it on the option. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
To throw, it's Underwood. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. Good, solid pickup on that one. They got it out to the 40, and it's first down. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. So after the break, they'll go back to work. He wants to change this route. They'll move the tight end. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. At the 35, he's open. That is exactly what you want to do with a football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got to be able to score points on this drive.
They're looking to pass from the red zone. He's got it and still on his feet. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
They'll line up to go for 2. Finds his big tight end. He is stopped short, and the gamble on the 2 to try to go on top comes up short. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. From inside the 10, here he comes. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down.
Wow, they narrowly avoid disaster there. They fumble the kick return, and if that goes to the other team, all the momentum is no longer with them. So a nice job being able to bounce back on that. The head coach breathing a huge sigh of relief.
And they're not on the same page there.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
So now it's 2nd and long. Let's go! Off the play fake. This time he's got his man. Really good pickup on 2nd down there. Leaves him with 3rd and 2.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
They'll move the wide receiver. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. The Blue Hens come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. To the air, it's Swan. Got the quick pass. At the 35, he's got room. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. And the Blue Hens getting set on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. He hurls one deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now, having given up multiple first downs on this drive. Somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleeding.
Fires downfield. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
He wants to throw it again. Looking for a deep man. Makes the grab on the right. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play. And you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. He's brought down the one. A play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line.
And guys, how many first downs is that? Just on this drive alone? I mean, this defense allows one or two more drives like this, and they're going to be gassed by the third quarter.
The Blue Hens started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Power football with the run. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Delaware.
And that touchdown run is just going to galvanize this entire football team. Really nice job being physical, and that sends a message. We're not just taking the lead. There's a lot of football left, and we are going to keep trying to run this ball down your throat.
And the PAT makes it 14-6. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. If they hadn't gotten him there, he might still be running. He's down at the 47.
LSU offense will take over. 1st and 10.
Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Might be changing the route. Back to throw. It's Underwood. Got his man on the right. Breaks a tackle, and he's got room. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling. They're not just using the running back as check down Charlie in the passing game. They're getting him downfield.
Right, and take my matchups I like. If you're going to play man-to-man, who are you going to put on the running back? You want to put a linebacker on him? I like my chances, even with safeties. Those guys, listen, they aren't as great as corners and coverage, so I like finding matchups and exploiting them.
Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. They're down to the 20, 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Under fire. Got it behind the line. It's Chang. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. quickly complete. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
These third downs are so critical in deciding the outcomes of football games, especially when you start to get closer to the end zone. You drill it, you practice it. This offense needs to be dialed in, needs to be in rhythm, and needs to execute on this third down.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Oh, you know what time it is. When the defense gets that stop on third down, fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. Fourth down, baby.
On the option, the pitch. Fighting off the defender. Will not get there. A fourth down stop. Enough time to get off a play before we head to halftime. Dropping back, it's Swan. Finds his big tight end. And he's brought down after a nice gain. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Wants to throw on first down. Right down the middle. A strike downfield. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. LSU ready to boot it away and open this second half. Here's the return from inside the 25. Finally stopped after a solid return out to the 32. Snap of this drive will come from their own 32. They keep it on the ground to open the third. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. And the Blue Hens racing to the line in the hurry-up. To the air, it's Swan. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. On the run, fires downfield. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Lets it fly. Got it in the middle, it's Jordan. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
And that's a huge third down conversion by the offense there. It's third and long. You've got a lead, not by a lot. Quarterback, though, very poised. Reads the coverage, throws it in rhythm, and you stay on the field.
From the gun, running back gets to give. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Oh, he's got some space. He's at the 10. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-6. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And that was a scintillating way to finish that one, a 44-yard touchdown run. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They get him stopped, but he found a couple of cracks in that cover team and gets it out to the 43.
First and 10.
Good field position here as they start this drive from their 43. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking to throw, it's Underwood. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
I just love the individual one-on-one effort by the defense there. Offense trying to go option, QB keeps it, but just too many defenders winning their one-on-one battles, defeating blocks, and getting the tackle for loss.
Making side adjustments here. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Wide open downfield. Finds a seam. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Tigers. That was a lightning-fast drive that ends with a touchdown.
If you can string a few more drives like that together, man, we might as well get our popcorn out because we're going to get a lot of scoring.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And it's up and no good. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they cap things off with a touchdown pass from 59 yards out. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well to not give back that last score. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He leaves it with his back. Forges ahead. Picks up about 3 to the 29.
Well, we're not quite in the fourth quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
Out of the gun, the inside give. Pretty good job of running to get 2 there to the 32. The Blue Hens come to the line in the hurry-up. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. After swapping ends of the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. He'll do it himself. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
That's got to hurt if you're the offense, because you're thinking with this quarterback and his size and his athleticism, that's going to be an easy first down pickup on the option play. But how about the physicality up front by this defense, stuffing him at the line of scrimmage?
Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Complete out of the backfield. He didn't make it. They'll have to give up the football, and hope is still alive.
Well, you're up by 2 possessions in the 4th quarter. They're hoping with that conversion they ice the game. They don't get it. It feels like they're going to win, but we've seen crazy things happen in college football, and they've left the door open here late. Let's see what happens.
Quarterback making checks. Looking for a man. It's Underwood. He'll take the deep shot. And it's picked off at the goal line. He'll try to take it back. They get him on the ground at the 33-yard line, but the interception, the turnover, has given this offense a great shot. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
The handoff keeps working on that clock. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
At this point, the defense has little choice but to sell out to stop the run on 2nd and 7. They send the tight end in motion. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Turning it on. The 30, the 20, the 10. Touchdown, Blue Hens. Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
And you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
And the extra point is good, and the lead swells to 16, and it's getting late. So the kickoff team will come out after they turn in a score on that last drive. Caught inside the 20, chance for a good return. Needed just a little more help to turn that into a big return. They'll mark him down at the 29. He'll get this drive started from the 29. He might want another play. Back to throw, it's Underwood. Rushes on him. Hit as he throws.
Well, there have been way too many incompletions for this offense in this game. It's a big reason why they're trailing, obviously. They've never been able to get into a rhythm, and at this juncture here on a 2-minute situation in your own end, you got to find ways to start throwing completions somewhere out on the field to get back in this game.
Ball's in the deep ball. He's into the open down the middle. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. So as big as that touchdown was, equally as big converting this 2-point attempt and making it a 1-score game. He wants to throw it. Flips it out on the screen. Couldn't quite find the end zone as they stop them on the two-point conversion and keep them from making this a one-possession game. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. They'll get this drive started from their own 45-yard line. They'll run it from the gun. Got enough for the first down and wants more. Across the 25, he's got room. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense. Now, they got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
And the Blue Hens, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. They'll ride the hot hand. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues.
Man, that's the advantage of having a good coaching staff to teach these players in this type of situation with the lead late in the game. You want to stay in the field of play and keep the clock ticking. They do that after that nice run.
Wouldn't be surprised to see them go right back to the run on second down and maybe put this thing away. The give on the inside. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
The Blue Hens line up, trying to move the sticks on third and short. He's got it on the move. Touchdown, Delaware. And they take it in for 6 more points. Guess they wanted to make sure they rubbed a little salt in the wound here down the strip.
And it's your job to stop it and keep playing football. I like it when the offense keeps the foot on the accelerator. It's your job. If you don't like it defensively, do something about it.
They want to see if they can score the deuce. Looking to pass. It's Swan. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
And these decisions to go for 2, you see more and more of it throughout a game, chasing points. And then in the end, you wonder if this just comes back to bite you.
Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. Quarterback may change this route. They're going to open this drive with a pass. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
Man, what a great play by the defender there. Big-time players make big plays in big games, and against an outstanding wide receiver one-on-one, he's able to knock the ball away.
Going to take a shot. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. After this, it'll be a wrap. From his end zone, looking to throw. Got to take care of the ball. Oh, did he find a hole in the defense? Gashing the D on the right. They're able to make the stop, but this offense running plays and racking up yards all the way to the end as they get the W. You know, there's no real reason to panic, but if you think about it, when does panicking ever really help? But certainly this was a bitterly disappointing outcome.
And you can look at a lot of different statistics, and I know we tend to overcomplicate college football these days, but guys, at the end of the day, it comes down to two very simple things. You can't turn the ball over, and you can't have penalties. You do those things, David, and it'll beat you every time.
That's the difference between winning and losing. It's the small things, but find those things that you need to improve on, keep working on them, keep developing. Those things you do well, dude, let's do those. Let's do more of those things more consistently.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Welcome to this College Ultimate Team Challenge presented by EA Sports College Football. As always, if you want to check what goals you're going after, just go to the pause menu. In this challenge, you'll be facing the Aggies of Texas A&M. Giggle. Now to my guys in the booth. Take it away.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game, now on second down. Handoff from the shotgun. Got room at the 35. Breaks into the open. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Headed to the end zone, and he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Ohio State.
We know a lot of offenses like to script their opening 10 plays going into games. They practice it over and over and over again throughout the week, and you just saw flawless execution on the opening drive by the offense. A nice job mixing in pass and run, getting different guys involved here early. They cap it off with a nice run late, but what a great job to take control of this game and the offense. They've got it moving now.
Getting ready for the extra point after... It's a fake, and the holder's going to try to throw for it. And he's snowed under. Knocked down for the tackle. They already have the lead, and they're trying to build it here in the first quarter with an onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. So Texas A&M's offense has the ball for the first time. And this running game, Jesse, which has been suspect, is going to run into a stone wall in that linebacking core.
I think the big question then is, how is this offense going to have any balance in this game? They need to find creative ways to run the football. We've seen this linebacker shut down much better running backs than what they have on offense. So, David, they're going to have to find ways to still get their backs touches, but try to keep them away from this guy because he is a heat-seeking missile.
He is, and he's sideline to sideline. He's good in the pass. He's good in the run. Like, he really is hard to get away from. Maybe read him some. You know, get the ball out quick. Try to avoid him as much as possible because he has wrecked many a games.
Offense picking up steam. 1st and 10 from the 31. Out of the gun, the give to the back. Pulled down after a pickup of 4 to the 27.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs later in football game.
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
To do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Makes the catch. He's stopped at the 29-yard line, and it'll be 4th down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water.
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
I know that was tough, but as a quarterback, you got to know on 4th down, you cannot take a sack. Any way, shape, or form, you've got to be able to get rid of that football and give it an opportunity. That time,
he's going to fire deep. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on 1st down. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. The play action fake. He'll take another shot here. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. Dropping back, it's Daniels. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Makes the grab down the left side. Hits the crease. And the ball is out. Who's going to get it? They recover their own fumble. Somehow, who knows how they got that thing back. And it's a fake. He's going to throw it. Fires to the middle. And the pass goes incomplete, and they rise up to stop the fake punt on fourth down. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. They've got a first down here to open the period. Off play action on first down. Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just... And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack.
How about this defense in this game so far? Already 5 sacks, and we're only in the second quarter. I think if you're the offensive coordinator, you have got to start mixing up these play calls, moving the pocket, get your quarterback away from danger because it's obvious. This offensive line, they cannot hold up, and they cannot get it done.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Quarterback making adjustments. Dropping back, it's Daniels. The throw to the outside is complete. Wide open on the right. He's inside the 40. The 20. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Once he got some room, it was over. Quick strike touchdown comes out and jump-starts the offense.
Man, we see this in college football, so much explosiveness.
It's a fake. The holder's going to try to toss it. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's coming out of the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. He'll keep it himself. Creates a little space. There he goes. He goes out of bounds. They'll mark him right at the 30-yard line. That's the kind of play that can give a drive momentum.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense. There's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground. He gets upfield. And he's got really...
pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
If your job is to irritate, to confuse, to hit, to make quarterbacks feel very uncomfortable, this defense is definitely doing their job. 6 sacks, that's the way to make the...
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
They got got more sacks than a grocery store. Goodness gracious, time and time again, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground. This defense having their way.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Brings it in down the left side. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46.
That's good for a Fighting Texas Aggie.
The corners are walked up tight. To the air, it's Owens. Here's a heat. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe of the 48. That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. Pocket breaking down. Got him downfield. Pulled down for the tackle. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Complete and looking for enough for the first down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Oh, they're after him. It's incomplete, and the defense comes up with a stop.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field.
Oh, he's got some space. An explosive run, and he gets it all the way up to the 50-yard line before going out of bounds. Go ahead and roll the dice to start this second half. They're lined up for an onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the 3rd quarter.
Down 2 possessions. The coaching staff met in at halftime.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
Man, this poor quarterback, he's got no time. You got to protect your quarterback. You got to find different ways to do it. Sometimes it's not working with 4 wide receivers. Maybe you bring in a couple tight ends, go max protection, more guys blocking, less guys in routes, but you got to find something to have success.
And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. 3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Nowhere to run and nowhere to hide. That is coverage just the way they designed it, and they've got them backed up. They are backed up. Defense smelling blood as this drive starts at the 5. Back to pass, it's Daniels. Throws for the tight end. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. You wonder if that's just nerves. He's got to settle himself down a little bit.
And back to the air on 2nd down. He lobs one high down the left side. Pulls it in down the sideline. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. Every once in a while, you have a dude roll out the scarlet and gray, and they have a day. Terry Glenn, Jackson Smith-Njigba, Santonio Holmes. This guy might be matching up with him by the end of the day.
Well, the sad thing is I could also name 5 other guys off the top of my head who are superstars, too. They always find those guys out wide that are big, fast, great separation. They find them, and they make big plays, and he's doing it here today.
Offense changing the play. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. He'll take a shot. Touchdown, Ohio State. They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
They're like the kid at the playground that just does not want to share their ball with anybody else and play in the sandbox. They've got a crazy lead, and still, head coach decides to go out, onside kick, they get it, and they maintain with possession. It's crazy.
Looking downfield, it's Daniels. Throws to the wideout. He's got it. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. New set of downs after the completion. To the air on first down. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming in. There it is.
Intentional grounding.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And they'll set up for the free kick from their own 20.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And they'll take the result of the flag and move the offense back.
On the double.
They'll go to the ground. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered.
Texas A&M, 2.
They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Looking to throw, it's Owens. Bringing the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On the run, it's Turner. Strong belief in this running game as he powers his way ahead and picks up 8. It's 4th and 1. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on down. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And he dropped a quick spin move on him before being dragged down. Solid pickup on the play. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Gonna swing it on second down. Buys a little time. Looking down the left side. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? The Buckeyes are at the line looking to convert on third and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And some room to work. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The Buckeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Now facing 2nd and long after the defense came up with that sack. He'll try to do it himself. He'll be shoved out of bounds at the 35-yard line.
the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes it.
Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
And those outside linebackers nowadays, they're so fast. They got to cover ground. You can blitz them off the edge, and they can get after quarterbacks. Versatile. That's why they're getting drafted so high in the NFL and getting paid all that money.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Buys a little time with his feet. And he's sacked. A big play on 4th down to stop this drive.
Well, that play never had a chance on 4th down. They're trying to catch the defense off guard, throwing for it, but no protection. Quarterback didn't have an opportunity to step up and get rid of that football. Give the defense credit, man. Tremendous aggression there on 4th.
Back to throw, it's Owens. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. Looking to fire. Pressure coming. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. They got him for the sack, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
After being stopped there on 4th down, this game's pretty much over. They were going to have to go down in a 2-minute situation and put at least 7 up on the board. They couldn't get it done. Things just haven't gone their way.
And the Golden Bears will get us started with the opening kickoff. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Give to the running back from the shotgun. He found a hole, got about 5. He's down at the 21.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Motion from the back. Looking for a man. It's Underwood. Quickly complete. They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on first down. Pass completion, move the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on first down. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
And when you're a quarterback, man, I know wide receivers are great athletes and they're supposed to catch everything that gets near them, but when you don't put it right on the center, when they're running a lot of times, it just makes it a little bit more difficult. And I think he did that a little bit too much.
Him with the stiff arm. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down to the 42.
This quarterback was licking his chops coming into this game. He told us this week he felt like there were some matchups that he could take advantage of against this defense, and he wasted no time. Opening drive of the game, finds the matchup he likes, and that was an absolute dime.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Wants to go up top. Caught in the backfield, it's Chang. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. It'll be 3rd and long. Wants to adjust the pattern. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Strong pass rush, gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. They are trying to set the tone on the opening drive of the game. They could punt, pin them back deep. Instead, they'll go for it on 4th down. Complete, out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. He's not going to get there. Stop short on 4th down.
And this offense chooses to be aggressive. Listen, once you start getting to midfield, you see most offenses be aggressive, and they took their chance, and they failed. Now, early in the game, a chance to create momentum to swing back to the other side of the football field.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all...
Breaks into the open. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. Both sides trying to find a little rhythm and efficiency and move the ball some here as we start the 2nd quarter. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Leaves it with the running back. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Got enough space. Touchdown, Golden Bears. A great catch and run for 6.
And I think he does a really good job here. Dropping back to pass, surveying the field, sees he's got some open space out wide, dump it to your playmaker. Your running back takes the football, he does the rest. Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the field, making a play.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. He's forced out of bounds at his own 19-yard line. An excellent job of coverage on that one. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Wants to throw. It's Underwood. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Behind the chains now on second and long. Back to pass. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab.
Well, there's an example of the quarterback just creating on the fly, because I think that was supposed to go to the running back on a screen, and he just saw an open guy downfield and said, I don't know, I'm just going to throw it down to this dude. He's wide open. I know it's not how we drew it up, but we'll take it.
Had it in his hands, and he dropped it. Thought he had another big play and interception. He'll have to settle for the PBU. It's second down. Wants to keep it in the air. Just missed on the connection. Incomplete.
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game, running or throwing it. In the second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. They've got to find a way to get some completions strung together.
And incomplete on the deep ball. We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. 3 straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. The give is to Miller. Not much working there. It'll be second and 9.
And you want to run the football, and that's okay. You'll take some of these, but if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. There he